we're going to do a really quick revision about how to multiply and divide fractions. So fraction times another fraction is times the top and times the bottom. So you're multiplying your numerators and you're multiplying your denominators. 3 times 2 is 6 and 4 times 5 is 20. 6/20. You can simplify this fraction if you want. When you simplify a fraction, you divide both numbers, the top and the bottom, by the same number. What can you divide the 6 and 20 by? Let's think. 2 can divide it by 2? Yes. So 6/20 is the same as 3/10, or as a decimal, it's like that. Okay, so fraction times fraction, you're multiplying the tops and you're multiplying the bottom. Now, fraction times the whole number. All you do, let's divide this here. You're multiplying the top. Fraction times the whole number is just times the top. So 3 times 6 is 18. The denominator stays the same. 18/4 is an improper fraction. It's top heavy. You could leave it as it is, or you can turn it into a mixed number. How many 4s can you fit in 18? Well, I can fit in 4 4s because I know that 4 times 4 is 16 and 2 will be left over. Right, 2/4. Can we simplify 2/4? Don't forget your whole number. Whole number just stays the same. What's 2/4 the same as? Half. That's right. So 4.5. But for your SATs, for the sake of your SATs, you could just leave your answer as an improper fraction. Okay. Now, fraction, divide by a whole number. All you do, you're just multiplying the bottom. It's also times, but the bottom. Fraction, divide by a whole number, it's times the bottom. So your numerator stays the same, but your denominator gets multiplied by the whole number. 4 times 7 is 28. So 3/28.
I like to have a little actions to remember things. So I have some actions for you to remember how to multiply fractions. Fraction times fraction is times the top and times the bottom. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. That's the easiest calculation you'll have to do. You're just multiplying your numerators and you're multiplying your denominators together. Fraction times another fraction is times the top and times the bottom. How do we multiply a fraction by a whole number? Well, if this represents a fraction, fraction times a whole number is times the top. We're just multiplying our numerator of the fraction by the number. Fraction times the whole number is times the top. How do we divide a fraction by a whole number? Well, fraction divide by the whole number is also times, but the bottom. Fraction divide by the whole number is times the bottom. We are just multiplying our denominator by our whole number. As a bonus, I'm going to tell you how to divide a fraction by another fraction. In year 6, you're not going to have a question like that, but I'll just tell you so you know. To divide a fraction by another fraction, you need to flip a second fraction upside down, so your numerator becomes a denominator. And after that, all you do, you just multiply the fractions together, like we learned before. So fraction divide by another fraction, you flip the second fraction upside down, and then you just multiply them together, how we've learned before. You times the top and times the bottom.